Hello, everyone. I thought I'd pull together a summary for the end of our class. We've covered change management strategies. We've covered this, certainly organizational development. But I want to create a scenario. I want to create a little case for us. And I want to make the assumption that you have just been either promoted into a senior management position, or that you have been brought in from the outside. You've been hired. Your senior manager has briefed you in terms of the operation you're taking over. He or she has said to you it's a dysfunctional group of people, high level of turnover, rampant conflict, lack of trust in this particular group, people using email as a weapon, no respect going on. And he or she tells you that, hey, you need to turn this around. You need to get on top of this thing and make this a high-performing group. That's your charter. Now, what I ask you to do is just hold off on what your manager just told you. Put that in the back of your mind, but don't let it influence you. Here's a process that I'd like you to go through. Number one, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a meet and greet. I'm going to walk around, I'm going to press the flesh, and I'm going to shake everybody's hand, and I'm going to look them in the eye and say I'm happy to be here. I'm going to introduce myself, try to joke around a little bit, or just be human. I'm then going to have a staff meeting with my staff. I'm going to tell my staff what I'm going to be doing. And one of the things I'm going to be doing is certainly crafting a new vision, a new set of operating principles. But I'm going to tell them how I'm going to gather data for that. I'm going to ask them to sign up for individual meetings with me, approximately 45 minutes in length. And during those meetings, I'm going to ask them what they like about this place. What do you like about the organization? What lights your fire up, if anything. And then I'll ask them the other side of the coin, flip the coin, ask them the other side of the coin, what are the issues? What frustrates you? What are the barriers that get in your way from doing a good job? When you go home at night and you're saying, God, that's been a bad day, what made it such a bad day? And I'm going to be taking some notes, and I'm going to be distilling these down into themes, which I'll talk about in a second. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to schedule some what I call focus group meetings with employees. I'm going to invite maybe 7 to 10 employees in. We'll have coffee, we'll have donuts or something like that. And I'm going to be asking them the same types of questions. What do you like about the organization? And what don't you like about the organization? And what would you like to see me do differently? I'm going to be capturing all this information, and once again, I'm going to distill it down into themes. Leadership theme, strategy theme, process theme, culture theme, style theme, communication theme, whatever they may be. And then I'm going to run it through a filter, and I'm going to identify and prioritize based on the strength of the statement and how many times it was made. I'm going to identify the priority items. I'm then going to use that to build the new vision, the ideal operating state for us as an organization. And once I'm done that, and it's going to be I'm going to share this. I'll tell you in a second. I'm going to put forth a set of operating principles or guiding principles. This is how we're going to behave. This is how we're going to make decisions. This is how we're going to solve problems. This is how we're going to communicate with each other. This is how we're going to treat each other in terms of respect and professionalism and trust. And we're not using email as a weapon. So I'm going to be doing that, and then I'm going to go off-site. I'm taking my team, and we're going to go off-site. We're going to do a team building day. We'll do a day in the woods or something like that. I do a lot of outdoor training, so we're going to go outdoors somewhere and do something fun. And then we're going to work hard. The second day, we are going to have them input into the vision, put their tweak on it. There are some things that I'm going to be uncompromising about in terms of the long-term direction. There are also some core operating principles I'm going to give them a crack at. They can wordsmith if they want, but there are some core ones that are sacrosanct, that they absolutely have to be there, and that's trust and respect and things like that. They can add some, and that's perfectly fine. Then we'll develop a 90-day game plan. What are we going to do in the next 90 days? Why is it important to do it as a management team? How is it going to happen? Of course, good project management, you put it, this is when it's going to happen. Who's going to drive it in the team around the table? And how are we going to measure and track our progress towards this ideal future state? We're then going to come back and we're going to have an all-hands meeting either in the cafeteria or someplace where I can get all the employees. You know, and we're going to present the vision. We're going to present the operating principles, the new norms, and we are going to get people excited about the future, and talk that up. Then there's going to be coaching sessions. After that, anybody that's having a very difficult time embracing the vision or embracing the guiding principles, their manager or I am going to sit down and we're going to go through some personal coaching. Because at some point in time, you either embrace the values and you embrace the vision, or you're not on the team. But I want to give people a chance. Then what we're going to do is we're going to structure quarterly meetings where we talk about this very formally. But we're also going to make it part of our weekly staff meeting agenda. How are we doing? What's going on? And then every 90 days, we're going to do a rolling 90-day plan. Every 90 days, and then we're going to have a group meeting after that to let all the employees know what's going on, what's happening. We'll cycle back in at about a six-month window of time where I'm going to have some more focus group meetings to see how we're doing as a group. So that's what I wanted to leave you with in terms of an interventional process that you can use. I hope you like it, and feel free to let me know if you have any questions. Thank you, and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.